You know, it's amazing when you're dealing with Crumpet how things double in size. Hey foodies, it's me again with another recipe for you. This time isn't quite what I was going to do in the first place. Yeah, thanks to everybody who gave me very kind words last time. They really were. It was very sweet of you guys. You see, one thing I didn't mention in the last video is, although it may not look like it, I'm disabled. One of the problems that I have, and you may have noticed, is that I suffer from very bad tremors in my arms. And I'm not looking for sympathy, don't think I am, because I'm not. I suffer from very bad tremors in my arms and pains all the way around the back of my neck, down my arms and through my hands, in both arms. So I'm usually in a lot of pain. So when I do these videos, it's on a good day. Now, last week had some very bad days. Again, not looking for sympathy, I want to add that. Because of these bad days, I didn't get to film the video that I planned to do right at the time. So I knew I had to film a video today, because this is the last day before I can get it uploaded. The problem is, I'm still not feeling great today. I can put a smile on, but I'm still not feeling great. The problem is then, I couldn't do the video I wanted to do, which actually somebody asked if I had a recipe for, which is banoffee pie, which I will try and do next week. What I'm going to do this week is crumpets. And not just any old crumpet, but Warburton's crumpets. Now when the pandemic hit a couple of years ago, Warburton's released their actual recipe for crumpets, and it's so easy. I couldn't believe it. There's only like 5 or 6 ingredients, and one of those is water. The only other thing you need is this. These are tart rings, crumpet rings, English muffin rings, whatever you want to call them. Available from Amazon. There'll be a link to my affiliate page at Amazon in the link below if you want to get them. They're not that expensive, and quite frankly, with what you buy a packet of crumpets in America, which is where I am, you pay for these when you make the first set. Seriously, that's how expensive crumpets are in America. So let's get on with the recipe. It's really simple. You'll have a whole ton of crumpets in a very short period of time. All the full amounts will be in the description below, how much flour and what have you you'll need. Just follow along with this video, and there you go. Homemade crumpets. Okay, so it's pretty easy. Now, the one thing I will add as a disclaimer is I've never made this in a stand mixer before. I usually use my hands, but again, I'm in a little pain today. So, we're going to try it with a dough hook. We'll see if it works. It's quite a wet batter, I will tell you now. And you start off with regular all-purpose flour. You do a half, you put your salt in. The beauty of this recipe is you can double, triple, or quadruple. The recipe that'll be in the link below makes 6. I'm actually making 12, so I'm doubling the recipe. And then the other thing you're going to put in is regular old water. Now the recipe does not state whether it should be hot, cold, or whatever. I usually do it warm because there's yeast going in, so I want to see how that goes. And if you're beating this by hand, which you absolutely can do, you're going to beat it for 5 minutes constantly. They actually say till your arm hurts. But as I already said, my arms already hurt, so that's why I'm using a mixer. And beat till it's fully combined. I will also add, you're probably going to have to scrape down the sides a little bit. Now in this bowl we've got sugar and some baking powder, and we're going to add a little tiny bit of water into our dried yeast just to start it going. You can immediately smell it, like beery, yeasty kind of flavor. Once you've mixed that, because it's instant yeast, you actually don't need to do anything else with it. It's ready to use. Just make sure you get any of the clumps that are stuck together. The baking powder and the sugar, and then we tip in the yeast mixture. Make sure you scrape everything out because you want all the yeast that you can. You can almost smell the bread going right now. And then guess what? We're going to mix that again. There we go. So that's now mixed. It's been well mixed. My arms are so tired, but they were anyway. And now we've got to store it covered for 15 minutes to let the yeast take effect. It's got to be somewhere warm, and I found the perfect place, and I don't remember. My apologies, I saw this on the YouTube video for making bread. Perfect place is this. First of all, get some water, and take a mug of water. It's my other channel. It's optional. It doesn't have to be a Geek Pride mug, but if you want to use one, there's a link. And then put it in the microwave for about a minute. What that's going to do is it's going to create a nice, warm, steamy environment, which is what yeast loves. Okay, there we go. A nice, warm environment for our yeast to take place in there. Now, we're going to take a tea towel. Again, doesn't have to be a Geek Pride tea towel, but if you want to use one, anyway, you know the deal. We're going to cover that up. And I'm very lucky because my bowl fits in the microwave. And we are going to set a timer for 15 minutes. Okay, so while that's bubbling away, getting nice and frothy, you're going to need a few more things. One is a non-stick frying pan. Your rings, crumpet, oven bottom muffins, whatever you want to call them. English muffins, not oven bottom. That's another recipe I should do. And then some kind of spray, lubricant, within reason. A buttery spray I use, but you could just use regular butter or just wipe it down with oil, whatever your choice. I do enjoy having things lubed up. Don't get dirty minded. Family show. Okay, timer's up. Time to take the batter out of the nice warm place. Looking at this, it has frothed up a little bit, maybe not as much as usual, but we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, let's start warming the pan. Okay, so the pan's on a nice medium heat. Quickly lube that up, and then we're also going to lube the rings up. I'm going to I usually put all four in, and then kind of do that. Probably not the safest way. And then let's immediately put in our batter. Now a lot of it depends on how thick you like your crumpets. Plus they should puff up quite a bit. There we go. And now we wait for 4 minutes. You can see the bowls are starting to appear and pop on top. The first batch is kind of like pancakes. They don't always come out perfect, but gosh, they taste good. Right, so about 4 minutes have gone by. They look fairly well cooked. Hopefully these should slide off. Perfect. I'm going to put those over there because they are fairly hot. But we're also going to give them another minute or so. Oh, this one doesn't want to come out. Okay, we'll give that another minute. There we go, that one's come out nice. We'll give that one another minute. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit because we want them all to cook on top, and they are still a little moist. I finally got the last one out. Don't worry if it looks like it's smoking. It's fine, I promise you, but we've got to get the top part of this cooked. So I just turned the heat down just a tad, just to let the top part cook fully. So just trust the process. So you can see Most of them are almost done on top. This one hasn't popped as much as some others. I think it might have been that it wasn't quite on the heat as much as some. That's okay. And what you can do if you want, you can turn it over and give it a quick second on there. The only problem with that is sometimes the bubbles kind of fill up. Still tastes great, but you don't have the nooks and crannies for that delicious butter to melt in. Alright, and about 20 minutes later, having made 3 batches, one that you didn't see, there we are. A plate of absolutely delicious Warburton recipe crumpets. Now, as everybody knows, we have to let these cool, which is very difficult because, quite frankly, I won't eat them now. But we're going to wait. We're going to wait until they cool down. And then I'm going to show you the last step, and then we can try one. Okay, well, 20 minutes have passed, and these are nice and cool now, so we can get them toasted. You can also, at this stage, put them in Ziploc baggies, throw them in the freezer, and they keep for about 6 months. They're fantastic frozen. You can cook them direct from frozen, or you can let them thaw out overnight and do it from there. So, off to the toaster. Now, I like mine nice and crispy. I do them on the bagel setting usually, because obviously they're quite thick like a bagel. And sometimes I'll even do them a little bit longer, but we'll see how crispy they come out. You can do something as simple as some nice softened butter to melt into the cracks, which will leave like right there to melt away. Or you can do pretty much anything. So butter, you can have that. Oh, look at that. So yummy. And I also like a little bit of strawberry Shivers jam, which is an English jam, and you can just slather that on there. Oh, look at that. Perfect. So there you have it, Warburton's crumpet recipe. You can see it's so easy to make, and they come out perfect pretty much every time. I had one that wasn't great, but most of them, it still tastes good. So let's see how this one does. The first one is just butter. Look at that glistening top. The butter's all melted now because I took a thumbnail, but here we go. Oh. It's crispy on the outside, fluffy in the middle, and full of melted butter and the little cracks in the middle. Fantastic. Let's try one with Shivers jam. You can also put marmalade, you can put cream, you can put marmalade's a good one. Here we go. Look at that. Fantastic. Let me know if you make these in the comment section below and how they turned out. It's a pretty foolproof recipe. All the ingredients are listed below. Just follow the process we did. You can do it by hand or you can do it by machine. Also, please share and like the video. It helps the algorithm, especially because we are new. Sharing helps pass recipes on to other people that may not have seen this. Oh, so good. Also, links to our Amazon affiliate pages down below, so if you want any of the equipment that I use, like the crumpet rings, there's a link to those there. Gives me a little bit of a kickback, tiny bit, not much. But it also helps contribute to the channel and the recipes that we make. So I hope you enjoyed today's. Like I said, this wasn't what I planned on making, but I'm certainly glad I did. Till next time, take care, Food Geeks. We'll see you soon. Those are so good.